each week I'm growing more and more in love with this series. Like this episode just proved that, Hazama is a total badass. Like in this episode, we get into the midst of Hazama being in Vietnam during the time of the Vietnam War, during the 1960s, 1968. And even though he was in the middle of everyone shooting and dying, Hazma did not waver at all. He did not lose his will to save someone when they were in critical danger. He did not lose that professionalism that makes him a medical student. Like I said, he does not have his license. He's not even an intern, but yet he risked himself to go to a foreign country that is in the middle of a war to go find his friend Yabu-san, who traveled there to help others, in order to find him and help him while on his mission to help those who are in need in the midst of this war. And Hazma traveling there, he's met a reporter, an interpreter, and a soldier, an American soldier there along the way. And while he's trying to travel to Dalet. He gets caught up with both the American side and the Vietnamese side. My bad, and he's caught in the middle. And while he sees someone, a soldier on the ground about to die because he got shot in the neck, he dashed out without any worries, anything to deal with himself. He didn't even care about himself. He dashed to him and started doing a procedure on closing up the wound that's in his neck, the gunshot wound that he got to his artery. And he immediately started to work on him. And like, that's so cool because I mean, he had no regards for himself. All that was on his mind was to save this dying patient. That was all on his mind. And I find that very courageous of Hazama to do such a thing. The one thing I do have to say about this series is, I'm not trying to criticize who Hazama is, but I do want to see him falter a little bit, because we see him do all these miraculous things that not even the most professional, a person who has the most experience, 30 years and plus experience more than him, we don't see them, we don't see him failing and such. As soon as he gets the chance, it's an instant, he's done, you know. While it takes someone who has more years than him, who has their license, who has more experience than him, even they can work on a patient. But the minute he sees someone, he instantly knows what to do. And I mean, yeah, that's good and all for Hazama as a protagonist, but in a way, I want to see him grow. And in order for that, he is a human, so he has to face challenges and he has to fail in one of those challenges. I want to see where he cannot save a patient. He tried to save their life, but they end up still passing away. I want him to experience that and give him even more of a motive to continue his line of work as a medic, as a doctor. I'm not saying that I'm bashing his character, but I want to see that growth of Hazama's character, give him more in depth of his character. That way, it doesn't seem, oh, every time someone comes online and they need help, Hazama can ultimately do it. Like other doctors can't do it because, oh, I've given up on the patient and everything, and Hazama has not that I'm saying he what he's doing is terrible, but he needs to experience what it's like as a true doctor and that professional to experience failure, that there are times where you cannot save everyone. There will be someone who dies on your watch and there's nothing you can do. The human life is fragile, you know. And from what I'm seeing, I did see some sneak peeks of the manga. No, it is not translated, the 2012 version of it. It looks like this series is going to be combining of two manga books. It's going to be combining two of them. If you already read the volumes, even though they're not translated in English, if you have already read them, then you know what I'm talking about. If you have not, hopefully the anime gets enough popularity in that way that the manga may one day get translated, so those who do not speak Chinese or Japanese can read it and enjoy it as well. Um, but basically, this episode was just really amazing. Like I said, Hazama continues to impress me each week. But what would really impress me is him going through some real difficult challenges. Something that will question him taking on this profession. So tell me your thoughts on this week's episode. How much do you like it? Is there anything that you want to see change within the series as it goes on, as it's getting closer to the conclusion? And that's basically all I have for today. Do check us out on Twitter and Tumblr. And if you want to become a member of our Facebook page, it's in the description box below. And that's all I have for today. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later.